Make sure my hair look cute. You ain't slime enough. Ow. Hey, Lashiana. Ow. It's your favorite day of the week.
I came to win, to fight, to conquer, to thrive. I came to win, to survive.
The Lifestyles is Dukensia from Delightful Minks, and today is Mink Monday. If you didn't know already, Mink Monday is catered to giving you guys tips and tricks on how to keep and maintain your natural lashes and eyelash extensions. On today's Mink Monday, we'll be going over rules and suggestions and when not to or who not to lash when it comes to lashing. So let's get right into the video. So the first rule or suggestion, I should say, when it comes to lashing a client is to always make sure the client uses the restroom. This is rule number one, only because this happened to me so many, and can't even count how many times it happened. When you get a client, first thing you should ask is, do you need to use the restroom? It sucks when you're like doing their lashes and you're like 10-15 minutes in and I gotta use the restroom. So that means you have to stop what you're doing, help them go to the bathroom because they can't open their eye, and come back, and then you might most likely have to fix the iPad back, because even though they can't open their eye, they was still kind of moving their eye, or they still kind of probably did open their eye, and it's like you have to start the whole taping process over. So definitely make sure your client uses the restroom before that you actually start lashing. Sometimes you do have those clients that still uses the restroom beforehand and still have to use the restroom in the process of doing their lashes, but you know, just to eliminate, you know, things going bad, have them use the restroom before you start lashing. Even you, if you have to use the restroom before you start lashing, definitely go do that, because you don't want to hold your pee for that long. That's not good. You don't want no infections going on internally. So definitely use the restroom. Definitely have your client use the restroom before you start lashing. Number two, have your client silence their phone or put their phone on vibrate or keep their phone away from them. Reason being, sometimes we have those clients that always want to check their phone, like always wants to know who is texting or calling them. So when you have a client like that, have them, matter of fact, keep their phone away from them. Like, the only clients that I like kind of let slide with that is clients that I know have children, because you know you have kids at home, or you leave your kids with someone else, and you know anything can happen in a blink of an eye. But try to have your client silence their phone, because it is very annoying when you're trying to do their lashes and they're fidgeting, trying to see, you know, who's calling them, who's texting them, and every 5 minutes, can you check what he or she said? Who's calling me? Can you answer that for me? I mean, I don't mind doing it. I get it. I done seen the craziest text messages. I done heard the craziest phone calls. I totally get it. I totally understand. But to help things run smoother, have your client silence their phone or keep their phone away from them, just to have a happy lashing process. And rule number 3, no talking while lashing. No talking. Reason why I say this, just like me, I don't know if you guys notice, I talk with my hands. So certain people talk with their whole face. So while you're laying down on your lash bed, they're talking to you or engaging in a conversation, and while you're trying to place a lash, their mouth, their face, their cheeks, everything is just moving, and you can't even place that lash because it's so hard, because they keep talking and they got a whole story to tell. By eliminating that, just keep the conversation short and concise. Ask them how they're doing at the beginning of the appointment, how are the kids or how's the family, whoever, and then start lashing. You know, in between the appointment, the client may ask a question or may make a comment, but you know, just keep your answers limited or keep your replies limited, because at the end of the day, you have a set schedule as to how long you have on this person's eye, especially if you're booked. You don't want to be on a person's eye for like 3 hours. So in turn, do not have your clients talking, and that also brings me to extra guests. My rule is having my rule is limiting my client to one extra guest. But if you can eliminate that altogether, even better. Because sometimes when someone brings the extra guest gets bored, and they're gonna want to talk to the client that's on the bed, and they start having a full-blown conversation about what he did last week or what she did yesterday. Like, we don't need that right now. So in turn, if you do have a client that brings an extra guest, have that extra guest stay in the waiting room, or let that extra guest know beforehand, hey, she's going to be on the bed for a while. I don't want her talking. Keep it limited. Now, I do have those clients that, they can talk, and it makes no difference for me. But me, I like to play music when I lash. I like to vibe and be in my zone. And the music I listen to, I know y'all going to be vibing, because I be listening to that R&B, and y'all be like, oh, I ain't hear this song in a while. Yes, sis. I know. So definitely keep those 3 rules, or 3 suggestions, I should say, in mind when it comes to lashing. Now that brings me to who and when not to lash. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you probably see my old Mink Monday videos that are still up on IGTV. This topic I touch base on, so I'm gonna touch base on it right now, just briefly. When not to lash somebody. Definitely don't lash anyone when they have an infection. Let's say this again.
Do not lash anyone who has infection.
Which means red eye. I'm thinking about getting flued out. I meant pink eye or a sty. Now, the last thing you want to do is worsen the infection that the client may have. So if a client comes in with a pink eye, say, hey, I'm sorry. First of all, it's contagious. Like, so you definitely don't want to lash them. But let them know, hey, I'm sorry, I can't lash you. Wait until it clears up. Go to the doctor, get a doctor's note, make sure it clears up, and you're all good in order to lash. You do not want that infection to worsen. Like I said, if you haven't known already, that glue has a lot of chemicals in it. Those chemicals can worsen the infection, and you don't want no issues. I don't want nobody posting me on nobody page talking something I made nah, we ain't having it. Do not lash them if they have a pink eye or a sty. Definitely don't lash them with a sty, because that sty can get bigger. It can worsen, like I said, and you don't want those problems. So if a client has an infection or a sty, whatever it is they got going on with their eye, do not lash them. Number 2, you know that saying, not all money is good money? Well, it's true. Not all money is good money. If you have a client that comes to your shop, attitude, neck rolling, rolling, all of that, you don't gotta lash them, baby. You have a right to refuse services. If somebody come in here with a whole attitude, like, you don't work for McDonald's, you don't work for Burger King, you don't work for none of them companies, you could say no. It's your business. So at the end of the day, it's your energy that's going to be put in trying to please this client that's not going to be happy at the end of the day. So why even do it to yourself? So don't lash those people that come in here with a bad attitude, bad energy. I'm very big on positive energy. So if you got a very bad attitude when it comes to coming into my space, then baby, you could leave. You definitely have a right to not render services to people that you feel like don't deserve your space, your craft, your energy, anything. So tell them, Dukensia said, I don't need to lash you, period. And that brings me to number 3. Do not lash anyone that's sick. That should be common sense. If someone's sick, they have a cold, they have a fever, whatever it is, whatever it can be, don't lash them, please. Because you're going to be in their personal space. You're breathing their air, they're breathing your air. You don't want to contaminate, no. And especially if you have a full day of clients, and then the next clients that you have, you probably sneeze or cough in their space, and you get that client sick, and it's a ripple effect. So definitely don't lash anyone that's sick. Me personally, if someone's sick, I don't lash them, period, because I have little kitties at home, and I don't want them to be sick because their mama's sick, and nah, we don't need those problems. So do not lash anyone that's sick. And if you don't know already, what you should know, what you should be doing, always wear a mask. The fumes in that glue are very strong. So with me, I always have to wear a mask because I'm allergic to the glue, but definitely wear a mask when it comes to lashing. Not only for the glue, maybe someone is getting sick and you don't know, or whatever case may be, always wear a mask, okay? All right, y'all got that? To in summation for today's Mink Monday, we talked about rules or suggestion when it comes to clients and when and who not to lash. So I think that's all for today's Mink Monday. I hope y'all enjoy my little Barbiana freestyle. You feel me? Hey, Daliana. Hey, Mamiana, need your lashes done? Come through, Daliana. I hope you are obtaining a pleasant blink with delightful minks. And see you all next Monday. Toodles. Bye.
Come on!